The 43rd plenary meeting of the General Assembly is called to order. We have heard the last speaker in explanation of vote after the vote. The General Assembly has thus concluded this stage of its consideration of Agenda Item 12. The General Assembly will resume its consideration of Agenda Item 15, entitled Integrated and Coordinated Implementation of and Follow-up to the Outcomes of the Major United Nations Conferences and Summits in the Economic, Social and Related Fields, to take action on a draft resolution contained in document A/76/L12. I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Honduras to introduce draft resolution A/76/L12.
Señor Presidente,
Mr. President, Honduras is pleased to present to this General Assembly, with the support of a vast number of co-sponsors, draft resolution under Agenda Item 15, published as document A/76/L12, entitled International Year of Basic Sciences for Sustainable Development 2022. This was prepared pursuant to the mandate of the General Conference of UNESCO. The UNESCO General Conference unanimously adopted at its 40th meeting on the 25th of November 2019 a resolution proposed by its executive board to support the proclamation of 2022 as the International Year of Basic Sciences for Sustainable Development by the United Nations General Assembly. The current COVID-19 pandemic tragically shows the need for society to develop the necessary scientific knowledge to tackle similar emergencies and to assist governments and parliaments in taking difficult decisions. Humanity's need to both maintain and develop high levels of interest and participation in basic sciences calls for regular initiatives to avoid reduced understanding of basic sciences. And to that end, now is the time to have an interdisciplinary year for basic sciences for sustainable development. The proclamation of this international year has made it possible to identify interested partners and parties, including the scientific community, political leaders, to develop synergies and undertake activities in line with the vision and the objectives of the Plan of Action, as well as involving civil society, particularly national and international NGOs and the private sector. Moreover, this initiative has been spearheaded by a very strong coalition of scientists and partners, including the International Union of Pure and Applied Physics and the European Laboratory for Particle Physics, as well as science academics around the world. Mr. President, we are sure that this international decade will further encourage governments to promote campaigns, activities and practices in favor of achieving these objectives. In addition, the support of other parties such as the media, private companies and the public could allow us to speed up its conservation and good use. The final outcome that we are putting to the consideration of this Assembly today demonstrates the commitment of all delegations to promoting basic sciences for humanity and to strengthen the teaching of basic sciences to achieve sustainable development and improve the quality of life of people around the world. We are grateful for the constructive contributions of those who supported us in crafting a robust draft resolution to stress the importance of expanding activities related to the promotion of basic sciences. We are further thankful for the guidance during this process of those countries who are supporting us through co-sponsoring this draft resolution. We further thank UNESCO and the steering committee established to promote the proclamation of this International Year. Thank you very much.
I thank the distinguished representative of Honduras. We shall now proceed to consider draft resolution A/76/L12. Before giving the floor for explanations of vote before the vote, may I remind delegations that explanations of vote are limited to 10 minutes and should be made by the delegations from their seat. I give the floor to the distinguished representative of Cuba.
The Cuban delegation has taken the floor to make a general statement on draft resolution A/76/L12 entitled International Year of Basic Sciences for Sustainable Development 2022. Mr. President, 2022 will be proclaimed by the United Nations as the International Year of Basic Sciences for Sustainable Development on the 2nd of December. In this way, we are recognizing the utility and the usefulness of science for development and for society in general. However, this vision should receive more robust and unanimous support from multilateral bodies. We applaud the fact that more than 100 organizations from around the world, including science academies, scientific societies, companies and international cooperation institutions, UNESCO, the World Science Academy, the International Council for Science, have all endorsed the proposal that we are putting forward today. Mr. President, the COVID-19 pandemic has presented an unprecedented global health, economic and social challenge. It has stressed the need for solidarity, international cooperation and multilateralism as the only way to tackle common challenges facing humanity and the planet. We have also borne witness once again of our ability to respond to common challenges through the sharing of intelligence and resource and more advanced resources. However, this is all the more evident when these benefits are not shared between us all as a consequence of the unequal and asymmetrically interconnected and independent world in which we live. This context is all the more relevant in ensuring that multilateralism and the role of the United Nations in promoting science for development. 2022 will therefore be the ideal time to promote and foster basic sciences and their crucial role for sustainable development, stressing the training of new generations of scientists and people. We therefore call for people to remain aware and to work for the sustainability of the planet. In Cuba, significant progress has been made in various sectors such as biotechnology and genetics, and these enable the design of 3 vaccines and 2 candidate vaccines against COVID-19. This is also the outcome of the political will of our government expressed through the development achieved in basic sciences. In line with this, in our capacity as member of the International Committee created to establish this event, Cuba supports and welcomes the declaration of 2022 as the International Year for Basic Sciences for Sustainable Development. Thank you very much.
I thank the distinguished representative of Cuba. We have heard the last speaker in explanation of vote before the vote. The Assembly will now take a decision on draft resolution A/76/L12 entitled International Year of Basic Science for Sustainable Development 2022. For your information, the draft resolution has closed for e-sponsorship. I now give the floor to the representative of the Secretariat.
Mr. President, I should like to announce that since the submission of the draft resolution, and in addition to the delegations already listed on the L document, the following countries have also become co-sponsors of A/76/L12: Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Plurinational State of Bolivia, Brazil, Burkina Faso, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, El Salvador, India, Indonesia, Israel, Japan, Kyrgyzstan, Malawi, Nicaragua, Panama, Peru, Philippines, Qatar, Russian Federation, Saudi Arabia, Serbia, Spain, Thailand, and Ukraine. If any other countries wish to co-sponsor A/76/L12, please signify by pressing the microphone button now. I see Chad. Thank you, Mr. President. I'm sorry, if the delegation of Chad kindly turn off the microphone button, if that has been okay. Okay, thank you.
I thank the representative of the Secretariat. May I take it that the Assembly decides to adopt the draft resolution A/76/L12. It is so decided.
And no speaker here.
The General Assembly has thus concluded this stage of its consideration of Agenda Item 15. Before adjourning, and in reference to my letter dated 30th November 2021, I would like to draw the attention of members to the date of recess of the current session. Members will recall that at its second plenary meeting on 17 September 2021, the General Assembly decided that the 76th session would recess on Monday, 13 December 2021, and that the Fifth Committee would complete its work by Friday, 10th December. However, I have been informed by the chair of the Fifth Committee that the committee requests an extension of its work to Thursday, 23rd December. In view of that, such an extension would facilitate a comprehensive consideration of the important agenda items before it. In this connection, and in view of the work that remains to be completed for this part of the session, may I take it that the Assembly agrees to postpone the date of recess to Thursday, 23rd December 2021. It is so decided. May I also take it that the General Assembly agrees to extend the work of the Fifth Committee until Thursday, 23rd December 2021. It is so decided. The meeting is adjourned.